All right. We will go ahead and get started here in a few minutes, or a couple of seconds, I should say. So again, happy Tuesday, I should say. I almost said happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are able to get some work done and get some rest. Anybody showing property this weekend or open houses this weekend? Any of that going on?
Showing property.
Good job, Shelly. How did it go?
I went out yesterday. It went good. It wasn't a lot of traffic, so that was good.
Yes, absolutely. I was out yesterday as well, and you're right. It was very little traffic showing property yesterday. So good, excellent.
They have one person use your name to ask to send a gift card.
Yes, so thank you for mentioning that, Ivan. So over the weekend, you guys get this occasionally where we have scammers who hack our system, and then they send out gift card, or they send out like messages for you guys to, they say, hey, this is Brandy, your team leader, and I want you guys to, I'm in a meeting right now or something like that. And they'll say, go buy some gift cards. I need your help with something, right? And then they ask you to do something financially, yes. Typically. It is a scam. You never respond to things like that. I would never ask you guys for money. I would never ask you guys to, myself, Rich, Ed, they normally make their round. So normally they start off with me, then they'll go to Ed, then they'll go to Rich. So you probably will get something like that. But please remember that that's not us. Okay. We actually have one of our agents who almost fell for it. She actually went out and bought the gift cards and texted them to the scammer. Fortunately for her, she did not rub off the back, the little PIN code. She didn't do that. So they weren't able to pull the money off the cards. But please, please, please just know that's a scam. We would never ask you guys for any money or anything like that. All right. So thank you, Ivan, for bringing that up. And let's go ahead and get started. I am going to mute everybody, but please feel free to come off mute, ask your questions, as you have them, or make comments. This can be interactive. So feel free to come off mute, make your comments, or, make a comment, ask a question. We all know always want to start with being TCPA compliant. You guys don't want you guys making phone calls and getting your hand slapped. We're in a very litigious culture right now where everybody is suing and all that kind of stuff. We don't want to get caught up in that, right? So do not make yourselves susceptible to that by calling people who are on the do not call list. And if you don't know if they're on the do not call list or not, don't call. Okay. All right, so let's look at LA County. So LA County for sale properties that are actually on the market right now has actually gone up over last month, 8.1%. And it's up 37.4% over last year, same time frame in May. And we are at the end of May. Can you guys believe that? We're about to hit the second half of the year now. So, and we're up 37.4% in LA County. So inventory in LA County is actually far better than actually other counties over last year. Okay. So we are seeing a surge in active inventory in LA County over last year. Sold is actually down 8.8% over last month, down 13.2% over last year, same time frame in May, and then down 0.1%. Almost not even a full percent, just 0.1%. Okay. So, and that just recently dipped because in LA County, all of our indicators were green. So this just dipped. So sold properties is slightly down over last year. And again, we're still pushing. We've got until, this is our long month. Remember, we've got 31 days in May. So we've got until Friday. And so next week, we'll see how this actually ended up for us. Okay. And then pendants are down 2.2% over last month, down 5% over last year, same time frame in May. However, pendants are up 0.8% over last year. So we're still seeing some positive action on pendants, properties that are in escrow over last year in LA County. Okay, so if you guys are looking for places to take your clients, right? Where can you find inventory that you can actually take your clients? I'm going to suggest to you that LA County has more than most counties. So then we need to do a dive into what counties, what cities in LA have the most inventory. And do you have clients that are looking in those specific cities? Because that 37.4% could be spread out, right? Because LA County is huge. All right, so let's look at new listing inventory. It's down 14.7% over last month. It's up 0.3% over last year, same time frame in May. And it's up 13.3% overall. So new listing inventory is actually doing well. We are still in the positive 13.3%. So we definitely are seeing some traction on new inventory coming to the market, which is great in LA County. We desperately need it. So we like to see that continue. And average active prices down 1.3% over last month, down 8.5% over last year, same time frame in May, and down 8.5% overall. So sellers in LA County right now are asking 8.5% lower than they were last year. Now, that is a far cry from what we're hearing from the news, from what we're hearing from all of the streaming and all of that, all of the podcasts, right? Because everyone is saying how prices are going through the roof because of the lack of inventory. However, in LA County, that is actually not the case. In LA County, the average active price is actually down 8.5%. And look at here, the average sold price is only up 4.1%. So that is a very reasonable amount of appreciation. And if you're talking with your buyers, this could bring them some comfort that, hey, in LA County, house prices are not just astronomically higher than they were last year. They're actually reasonable. It's keeping with normal pace at 4.1% higher than it was last year. And 4.4% higher year over year is average. Okay. So that's a good message. For these buyers who are just hearing that, you know what, house prices are going through the roof, and so forth. So let's look at months of inventory. Months of inventory is up 14.2% over last month. So we were at 2.1 months of inventory last month. We're at 2.4 months of inventory this month. It's 36.8% higher than it was last year. So we were at 1.9 months of inventory last year, and currently we are at 2.6 months of inventory, almost at the halfway mark through the year. So very interesting. We are actually, again, picking up more inventory. So that's a good sign. Here in LA County is a very good sign. We need more inventory. And we're almost at, well, almost 3 months of inventory. What is a normal market? Does anybody remember what the normal market is? What's the range of a normal market? How many months of inventory do we need to hit?
6 months.
Is between 4 and 6 months. Thank you, Shelley. Yep, it's between 4 and 6 months. For a normal market, we need to have between 4 to 6 months of inventory. Once you get over that, we go into that seller's market. But our normal market is between 4 and 6 months. Okay. All right, so average days on market is down 3.4% over last month. We were at 29 days on market. We're at 28 days on market. So not a big change, right? Overall, we were at 39 days on market last year. We're at 32 days on market currently. Okay. Now, I will tell you again, don't get caught up on that 32 days because houses are going like hotcakes. Okay. They're going like Marlena and Luis's popcorn at the farmer's market. It's a hot commodity. Inventory is a hot commodity. So the good properties are going within 7 days. Okay, so make sure that you get in there, you show your buyers the property right away so that their offer can be considered, and make sure that you're talking with the listing agent on their strategy on how they are going to actually present offers. Are they presenting them as they come in, or are they waiting, consolidating them all, and then choosing the top one? Is everybody going to get a counter? You've got to know what their strategy is, because that kind of can tell you what your strategy is going to be in presenting that offer, right? So make sure that you know, and don't be fooled by that 32 days on market. Now, sold versus original list price. Last month, we were at 99% of list price. Currently, sellers are receiving 98% of their list price, okay? Which is a 1% decrease. No change over last year, same time frame in May, and a 2.1% increase overall. So last year, the sellers were getting 96% of list price. Currently, they are receiving 98% of list price in LA County. Again, sellers are happy. They're getting close to their close to what they want to get, right? 100% of their list price. And in some areas, I'm positive that they're getting 101, 102% of their list price. And then in some areas, they're getting 95, 96% of their list price, right? All right, so Orange County for sale properties is up 13.3% over last year and up 21.7%. I'm sorry, I said over last year, over last month, up 21.7% over last May, same time frame, and up 21.7% overall. So for sale properties that are actually on the market has increased 21.7%. And then sold properties is down 2.8% over last month, down 4.8% over last year, same time frame in May, and up 4.9% overall. So properties that have actually closed escrow has increased almost 5% in LA County over last year. And then pending properties are down 9% over last month, down 2.3% over last year, same time frame in May, and up 4.3% overall. Okay, so properties have actually gone into escrow, which is great. Look at this. Orange County, all the three main indicators are up 21.7%. So that is, are up in the green. So that's a good sign, right? That all of our major indicators are positive in Orange County. All right, let's look at new listing inventory. It's down 23.9% over last month, down 16.1% over last year in May, same time frame. However, it is up 9.6% overall. So we started the year really strong with new listing inventory. And it has been going, it went up. And so that is sustaining us, even though we're seeing that month over month, we're seeing some decreases. And over the, per last year, it's in time frame in May, it's decreased. However, overall, we're seeing that new listing inventory in Orange County is still positive, which is great. We need new listing inventory, and we need fresh listing coming to the market, right? So that's good. Orange County is seeing some of that. And if you remember, Orange County is the county where we are in the most what do you call it? Just dire situation with inventory, right? They have the least amount of inventory on the market right now. Okay. So average active price, 2.9% down over last month, 7.7% increase over last year, same time frame in May, and 7.7% increase overall. So in Orange County, sellers are asking 7.7% higher than they were last year. Now, that, although it's above normal, like it's better appreciation definitely than LA County. Just to keep in mind, last year Orange County was asking 30% higher than they were the previous year. I mean, it was astronomical how much Orange County. So definitely Orange County has gotten a little bit more reasonable in what the sellers are asking for, right? And then look at what they're receiving. If you drop down to average sold price, it has increased 3% over last month, increased 20.1% over last year, same time frame in May, and 16.4% over last year overall. So as compared to last year overall. So although sellers are only asking 7.7% higher than they were last year, they're receiving 16.4% higher than they were last year. Now, that is because, a big reason is because of this next slide. Look how much inventory is in Orange County. Orange County is the lowest in months of inventory than any other county, sitting at 1.5 months of inventory, right? Which is up 15% from last year, and it was sitting at 1.3 months of inventory. there's just a scarcity of inventory in Orange County. So all buyers are bidding over just the 1 or 2 properties that are available in a neighborhood, right? So of course it's going to cause house prices to go up. There is no other choice, right? It is simply supply and demand, right? Anybody else have any comments on that? No? Okay. All right, so average days on market, 17.4% decrease. So we were at 23 days on market last month. We're at 19 days on market currently, right? And we're gonna see that go down more than likely simply because there's no inventory. So houses are popping off the market really quick. As soon as they come on, they're going off, right? So overall, a 30.6% decrease. We were at 36 days on market last month. We're at 25 days on market this month. Okay. Sold versus original list price, 1% decrease. We were at 99% of list price. Sellers were getting 99% of list price last month. They're getting 98% of list price currently. No change over last year in May compared to last year in May. And a 2.1% increase overall. So last year they were getting 97% of list price. Sellers are getting 99% of list price currently. So you know sellers are extremely happy, right? With getting 99% of list price and more than likely getting more than that because of the lack of inventory. All right, let's move on to Riverside County, where I was spending time at this weekend. I was in LA County in Whittier. I put a offer in on a property in Whittier, you guys. If you're praying people, pray I get this property. I really, really like it. It's beautiful. And it's in a really nice neighborhood in North Whittier. Actually not far from here. And then we were all the way out in Riverside County in Corona. So from one end to the other. All right. So for sale properties in Riverside County is up 6.5%. Over last month, and 42.2% increase over last year, same time frame in May, and a 42.2% increase overall. So properties that are actually on the market right now is increased 42.2%. That is huge. So that means that we have much more inventory than we did last year. However, look at the next one. Solds are down 2.6%. compared to last year. Somebody give me some insight into how we are so abundant in terms of properties being available, right? More inventory than we had last year, and yet our sales have gone down. Any explanation for that? What do you guys think? Don't be shy. None of you guys are shy. You're realtors.
I would say interest rates, but you're not having that in Orange County. So what gives? Is this I don't know.
No, Doris, you're on it. You're on it. Definitely interest rates has a big deal to do with it, right? And what you're saying is, well, why aren't we seeing this in Orange County? Well, what's the difference between Riverside and Orange County? What do you think the difference may be?
Okay, I'm gonna guess since I'm new to the area, so don't ask people. I would say more money in Orange County. Is it a more affluent area, or
Well,
I'm guessing.
Definitely is that. Definitely is that. I agree with you with that. Definitely it is a more affluent area. Definitely there's more money in Orange County than there are in like Riverside, San Bernardino County. That just demographically, you know, jobs and all that, though it is a more affluent area. I think anybody else have any other like ideas about it? Doris, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. That was great insight. Anybody else? Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else have any other insight as to why? No? Okay. So the other thing, Doris and gang, is to keep in mind is inventory. Orange County has less inventory to choose from, right? It has less inventory to choose from. So although you have, you know, although you have all these in Orange County, you don't have as many available properties. That's number one. And then number two, you have a higher demand because Orange County is more inland, right? So Riverside County is going out. So not only does Riverside County have the pressure of interest rates, but it also has the pressure of being farther away from the inland, right? So although I've got my inventory going up, I've got buyers waiting because I've got inventory, I've got interest rate issues, and because I'm in Riverside County, not Orange County, not LA County, which is closer to, you know, jobs and all of that, then you have buyers still sitting on the sideline and not going out there. So there's that's that pressure. And that's what I believe is causing our solds to actually see a dip. And it's not even a big dip, right? It's 2.6%. So it's not a big dip, but definitely we're seeing sales are suffering just a little bit over last year because I believe of a couple of things that are going on with interest rates, and then the fact that it is Riverside County, right? That makes sense, you guys?
Yes, perfect
Thank
sense.
you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Absolutely. And then pendants are up 2.8% over last month, up 5.7% over last year, same time frame in May, and then up 1% overall. So pendants have increased only slightly 1%. We're hoping that again, towards the end of the month, we'll see a push. We've still got this week, so we want to end on a positive note. Hopefully those will all turn green. Those solds will end in a positive status as compared to last year. So new listing inventory is down 15.4% compared to last month. However, it is still holding strong overall compared to last year at 12.9%. So we are still seeing that inventory is still increased in Riverside County, 12.9% new listing inventory. Okay, so that's a good sign for Riverside County. Now we just need those interest rates to act right and so that people will jump in, right? All right, average active price is down 3% compared to last month, up 2.5% over last year, same time frame in May, and up 2.5% overall. So sellers in Riverside County are asking 2.5% higher than they were last year, okay? And let's see, average sold price is down 0.7% over last month, up 4.6% compared to last year, same time frame in May, and then 8% increase over compared to last year overall. So sellers, although they're asking 2.5% higher, they're receiving 8.7% higher overall. Right? So that is a great sign for sellers in Riverside County. And although it is a little bit above the average or the normal appreciation rate, it is in Orange County, who's sitting there in the teens. It is 8.7%. So it's a little easier pill for buyers to swallow, right? Than Orange County so far. And then LA County, the appreciation is even more reasonable because it's sitting there right at like 4.7%, right? Okay. All right, so months of inventory is up 17.1% over last month. So we were at 2.3 months of inventory in Riverside County last month. We're at 2.7 months of inventory currently, okay? And that is a 43.1% increase compared to last year overall. 43.1% increase. We were at 1.9 months of inventory last year, you guys. That is really, again, those are Orange County levels. That it was very scarce in Riverside, and now we're at 2.7. So we actually are gaining some traction on inventory, which is great. A 43.1% increase. So there's hope. This is a very hopeful conversation because if your buyers are out there looking, you guys are seeing that inventory rates are increasing. They're not decreasing, they're increasing. And you guys know seasonality, right? Our business is seasonal. So we normally see listings come on the market and more activity in the market come summertime. Well, what are we in? We are in summertime, right? Or about to be. Weather is not keeping up with the times. Definitely the weather is not keeping up with the time. But we definitely are entering into our summertime, which means that we should see more inventory coming on the market. Okay, so be on the lookout for your buyers. All right, and then average days on market is down 2.4% compared to last month. We were at 42 days on the market, or 42 days on market. We're at 41 days on market, so not a big difference, right? Overall, it's a 15.7% decrease. We were at 51 days on market last year. We're at 43 days on market currently, okay? Again, don't let this fool you. You know, you got to get out there and swoop those good ones up, okay? And then we're sold versus original list price, 6.2% decrease. So sellers were getting 97% of their list price last year. Last month. They're getting 91% of their list price this month, okay? And then overall, no change. Last year, sellers were getting 96% of their list price. Currently, sellers are getting 96% of their list price in Riverside County. So although they're not doing as well as Orange and LA County, you're in the 90s, you're in the upper 90s. So sellers are happy that they are getting close to their asking price. And who dictates the pricing strategy? Who has the most influence over the pricing strategy, guys?
We do.
Thank you, Doris. We do. You guys do, right? We do. So if you price your property right, then you can be one of the ones that say, no, we're getting 100% of our list price, 101, 102% of the list price, because you're creating that bidding war for your clients, okay? All right, let's look at San Bernardino County. San Bernardino County for sale properties is up 12.8% over last month and up 41.3% overall. So properties that are on the market right now is increased 41.3%. But just like Riverside County, these sold have gone down 4.1% over last year. Excuse me. And then overall, and then look at the pendants. Pendants have also gone down 3.2%. So properties that are currently in escrow has gone down 3.2% over last year. Okay. So 4.1% on the sold properties has gone down, and pendants have gone down 3.2%. Not a big decrease. However, something that we're going to keep our eyes on for San Bernardino County, and then we'll see how we end up at the end of the month going into this week, right? Because we always have a push to close. So new listing inventory is down 6% over last month. No change over last year, same time frame in May, and a 14% increase overall. So San Bernardino County is keeping true with also Riverside County and all the other counties that we are seeing new listings come on the market as compared to last year, which is great, up 14% because we need those new listings, right? All right, the average active price is up 1.5% over last month, up 3.1% over last year, same time frame in May, and then up 3.1% overall. So sellers are asking 3.1% higher than they did last year. All righty, now that's again keeping within those normal ranges. They are receiving in San Bernardino County 5.2% higher than they did last year. So again, very normal amounts of appreciation that is more than likely keeping in line because of the fact that they have a little bit more inventory out there than we do. So buyers have more to choose from. So sellers can't be really unreasonable with their prices, unlike Orange County, where sellers can be unreasonable or a little bit higher because the demand is there and the supply is not, right? It's totally economics. I didn't know we'd be using this when I was in college and I was taking Econ 101 and Econ 102. And yet here we are, and it applies, right? All right, so months of inventory, look at here. San Bernardino County has gone up 19.4% over last month. We were at 2.6 months of inventory, and now we're at 3.1 months of inventory this month, right? So they are the highest in terms of inventory supply than any other county. it has increased 46.2% over last year. So last year we were at 2.2 months of inventory. Currently, we are at 3.2 months of inventory. I mean, getting close to being a normal market in San Bernardino County, which is not like any other county, right? Hence, those normal, close to normal appreciation rates, because things are balancing in San Bernardino County. Now, San Bernardino County is big as well. So some cities are doing better, some cities are doing worse, some cities have less inventory, some cities have more. So we have to be that local expert to dive into that, so we know for our buyers and for our sellers, what is their story? What is the story in their specific city or neighborhood, right? All right, average days on market, 17.5% over last month. A decrease. Average days on market has decreased 17.5% over last month. We were at 40 days on market last month. We're at 33 days on market currently, and an 18.4% decrease overall. So last year we were at 49 days on market. Currently we are at 40 days on market. Sold versus original list price. Sellers have increased 1%. We were at 98% of list price last month. Sellers are getting 99% of list price currently, so that it has increased 1%, making sellers very happy that they're getting close to their original list price, okay? And overall, a 2.1% increase. Sellers were getting 96% of their list price last month. They're getting 98% of their list price currently. Or last year, they were getting 96% of their list price. They're getting 98% of their list price currently, okay? All right, so we are done with our update, the market. So let's go into our upcoming events. Any questions before we move on? No questions? All right, here we go. So we have Memorial Day was yesterday. I hope you guys were able to remember those folks. If you guys have anybody who has passed and has served, that you are able to remember those brave people who put their life on the line for our country. And I hope you're able to get some rest over this long weekend. I know for us, it's really not a long weekend, right? Because we're working. When people say happy Friday and they're all excited, I'm always like, yeah, I work Saturdays, so it's not really the same, right? Today, we had conversations in Real Play this morning. We have the market update. If you guys want to sign on to the regional tech, we do have that. Unlock insights with command reports. And then tonight, you guys, we have a special guest. Jennifer Avalon is going to be teaching Ignite tonight from 6 to 8. Session 14, Win the Buyer. So we're going back and making up session 14 with Win the Buyer. All righty. So that is tonight. Do not miss it. She will be teaching. So that's going to be awesome. Tomorrow we have our tech workshop with Martha at 1 o'clock. And then myself, I will be teaching the final session of Ignite on Thursday. Keep in mind, we do have Ed on Wednesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock. And he's going to be teaching the agent Avid, the TDS, the transfer disclosure, and the seller property questionnaire disclosure. And then on Thursday, he'll be teaching the new buyer representation forms. So everybody should be in that, the new BRBCs, the SPBB. We should all be in these classes because these are new forms that are here, and they're here to stay. So we need to know them like the back of our hands, right? So be in these classes, print out the forms and have them with you as Ed is going through them. That is the best way for you to learn. You can make your notes right on the forms themselves, okay? And then we have Dial for Dollars on Thursday at 5, right before the Ignite. And that's going to be Victor, I believe, this week. And do not forget, you guys, coming June 13th is our first step to bold. So everybody get signed up for your first step to bold. It is free. Your first step is free. So I want all of you guys to get signed up and join us. This is going to be a very powerful 7-week session. If right now you're thinking, what can I do to get my business going? The answer is bold. The answer is bold. It is going to get you into production. It's going to have you be highly accountable to your goals and to your activities, right? Because this is just a contact sport. This is a contact sport. If your business is not where you want it to be, it is because of the choices that we're making, and it is because we're not talking to enough people, okay? If you need help with that, this is a great way to get that help. All right, and then just wanted to give some good news. VA will allow home buyers to pay agents, at least for now. So, of course, the big deal with the buyer, the concessions, the seller concessions, and in this whole dispute is that you're going to take away the buyer's ability to be represented, right? And because the seller will have to pay the concession, or they don't have to pay, they never have had to pay the concession, quite frankly. But now it is no longer going to be on the MLS, and we will have to tell them that, you know, if the seller won't pay our commission, then you are responsible to pay our commission. And of course, we're not going to say it like that, but that's the premise, right? What we were talking about is that in the beginning, VA, you could not fold any type of commission into their closing costs. Matter of fact, sellers couldn't even pay certain buyer closing costs, right? Well, now VA has come out and said they're going to relax that for now because they understand that buyers do not have the ability, right? They need to be represented. And so now buyers will have the ability to pay broker compensation, okay? So at least for now. So they're going to relax it for now. And then they're going to be looking into this and how it's going to work. And then they will, again, I'm sure, make changes. So this is good news because your VA buyers are the bomb. I love VA buyers. They come in with zero down pretty much. They don't have any mortgage insurance. They're solid buyers. However, if they did not have the ability to get proper representation, that would definitely be a problem. So now they're saying, yes, VA buyers can pay for buyer compensation, buyer broker compensation. Here's the deal. If a VA buyer is coming in with zero money down, do you think that they have money to pay you? What's your opinion?
Of course not.
Exactly, Oscar. Of course not. They normally do not have money to pay us, right? So that means that we still, although VA is saying, yes, we're going to allow it, it still means we have to have negotiation skills to go to bat for our buyers with the seller. Because most of these buyers, with their down payment and their closing costs, that's about all they have. So it's going to be very critical that we have good negotiation skills so that we can go to bat for our own commission with these sellers, okay? So again, just wanted you guys to be aware though that was brought down the pipe, that VA is going to relax that rule that they have for now, okay? Any questions? No?
I have a question. What time did the bold class start on the 13th?
9:30. It starts at 9:30 to 9. No, I'm sorry, Oscar. 9 to 2:30.
Okay, and that's at the office?
No, it's in Whittier.
Whittier. Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
and I will we'll have, well, if you sign up, you'll get an email with everything. Okay. And the link and everything is on the hub, but we will continue to have the link, the QR code right here in the office for everybody. So make sure that you come in and make sure that you get signed up 9 to 2:30, and it's in Whittier at the Whittier Market Center on Whittier Boulevard. It's not very far from here at all. All right. Let me see if I have anything in the chat before we let you go. Sorry, gotta go. Okay, good luck. All right. Yep, probably no. Jose, yep, you know, it's probably no. Absolutely. All right, you guys have an amazing week. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I wish you guys a very productive week. So long.